The rise of functional indulgence, how protein brownies, donuts, and muffins are winning breakfast. Because who says your morning fuel can't taste like dessert and still check your macro goals? Once upon a time, breakfast was defined by cereal, toast, and a side of guilt if you strayed too far into sugar territory. Donuts were a treat. Muffins were basically cupcakes in disguise. Brownies? Please, that was reserved for birthdays, not business meetings. But something fascinating is happening on the modern breakfast table. Sweets are being rebranded as functional. And leading the charge is an unexpected group of macro-enhanced baked goods, protein brownies, donuts, and muffins, that are turning indulgence into strategy. This is the new face of morning nutrition: sweet, satisfying, portable, and surprisingly protein-rich. Welcome to the era of functional indulgence, where convenience meets nutrition meets craving, and where your 7 a.m. donut might pack 15 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, and a fraction of the sugar of a Starbucks muffin. This is no longer just about skipping breakfast or grabbing a bar. This is about redefining what a smart, enjoyable, and metabolic-friendly morning looks like. The shift didn't happen overnight, but it's accelerating fast. Consumers are exhausted by binary choices: eat healthy or enjoy what you love, fuel up or treat yourself. They want it all, especially first thing in the day. And food brands are listening. The new wave of high-protein pastries isn't asking you to suffer through dry textures or chalky aftertastes anymore. Thanks to food science and some very clever ingredient engineering, the modern protein donut is soft, flavorful, and ready to meet your macros. At the heart of this movement is the perfect storm of needs. People are busier than ever and need grab-and-go options. Morning hunger is real, and sugar crashes are even more real. Protein is king, and sweet cravings don't clock out just because it's not dessert time. So what you get when you blend almond flour, egg whites, whey protein, erythritol, and just enough dark chocolate chips. You get breakfast that tastes like indulgence but acts like fuel. And it's working. Brands like the Protein Donut Company, Eat Me Guilt-Free, Legendary Foods, and Buff Bake are gaining traction with products that don't just sneak into the breakfast conversation, they take center stage. They're colorful, fun, and functional. The kind of thing you want to show off in your Instagram story and your MyFitnessPal log. There's also a psychological win here. For years, breakfast has felt like a trap for many consumers, either joyless, egg whites and dry toast, or joyfully regrettable, syrupy pancakes and a sugar coma. Protein-enhanced indulgent foods let you break that cycle. You get the dopamine rush and the blood sugar stability. That's a rare pairing in the modern diet world, and one consumers are starting to trust and even expect. From a formulation standpoint, these new breakfast treats are impressive. Brands are no longer just tossing protein powder into batter and calling it innovation. They're balancing texture, sweetness, moisture, and nutritional density. Ingredients like oat fiber, Greek yogurt, chickpea flour, collagen peptides, and even resistant starch are being used to make these products not only high in protein but also low glycemic, gluten-free, and often keto-friendly. That's indulgence with a strategy. Retailers are paying attention. What started online in fitness-focused DTC stores has migrated to convenience stores, coffee shops, and mainstream grocers. These products are being placed near granola bars and on-the-go snacks, but also sneaking into bakery cases and refrigerated grab-and-go sections. The message is clear. This isn't a special treat. It's part of your routine. And don't underestimate the power of nostalgia. A birthday cake protein muffin or a chocolate-frosted protein donut taps into childhood joy with grown-up nutrition. For consumers who grew up on Pop-Tarts and Hostess, but now count grams of protein and avoid added sugar, these functional indulgences feel like redemption. The taste you love, now with macros that make sense. Looking forward, this trend has serious staying power. The combination of pleasure plus performance is not going away. If anything, we'll see even more innovation. Expect protein cinnamon rolls, stuffed muffins with adaptogens, donuts enhanced with probiotics or nootropics, and layered brownie bars with muscle recovery nutrients. The 7 a.m. sweet tooth is getting smarter, and the food industry is catching up. Ultimately, what functional indulgence offers is freedom. Freedom from food guilt, from boring breakfasts, from the idea that health means restriction. A protein brownie isn't just a snack. It's a signal that you're allowed to enjoy food and still take care of yourself. So yes, Dessert for breakfast is back. But this time, it's packing 18 grams of protein and a clean conscience. And that might just make it the smartest meal of the day.